Thank you for joining me on this learning journey. Today we're going to be going over how to solve problem 10 from the AMC 8 2019 question paper. The diagram shows the number of students at soccer practice each weekday during last week. After computing the mean and median values, Coach discovers that there were actually 21 participants on Wednesday. Which of the following statements describes the change in mean and median after the correction is made? So I encourage you to go ahead, take a minute, pause the video, and come back and hit play whenever you're ready. So I'm assuming you've given it a go. Let's get started. Alright, so what I always like to do is write out our data set and our given information. So this diagram here is our original data set, so I'm going to write it out. Original data set meaning the data set without the correction in it. So 20, 26, 16, 22, 22, 16. Now with the correction, everything is the same except for this value here. That value becomes 21. So here we go. I'm going to start with the mean, just because in our answer choices that's what shows up first. You can do it in any order, it really doesn't matter. But I'm going to shrink this and move it over so that we have some space to do our calculations. Alright, so you may be tempted to find the mean of each data set and then subtract, but in this case they kind of make it a little easy. Now you may notice that the change here is just plus 5. And we know that our formula for computing the mean is the sum of the numbers divided by the number of numbers. So it's still the same number of numbers, as you can see, both are 5, but you're adding 5 to the sum, to the numerator. And since you're adding 5, and you're dividing the whole thing by 5, now dividing the whole thing by 5 is the same as dividing each term by 5. So here we go, we can divide 5 by 5, and we get that our change is just plus 1. And immediately, just with this information, we can cancel out or kind of eliminate two of our options. So D and E cannot be our answer because they're saying it increases by 5 for both of them. So independent of what the median is, these two are already incorrect. Now we'll have to see about A, B, C. Shrink these again because we need some space to do our median calculations. Alright, so our median calculations are a little bit simpler. I'm going to bring these out here. Oh wait, you know what? It's fine. So here we can just rewrite them in order from least to greatest is how we find our median. So our median is the middle value. So 16, 16, 20, 22, and 26. 16, 20, 21, 22, 26. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take the middle value of each of our data sets, and those are our medians. So, as you can see, there is an increase in 1 when we change the values in the data set. So our answer cannot be A, cannot be C, and let's check B. The mean increases by 1 and the median increases by 1. So B is the answer we would circle on this AMC 8 test. So that's it for this learning. Thank you for joining me. I'll really appreciate it if you leave your comments, feedback, and further suggestions for additional learnings below. I'll see you in the next video.